Greetings to you dear students. In this video, we are going to see the lesson, His First Flight. It is a short story written by Liam O'Flaherty. This story is about a young seagull. Everybody has a challenge in life. Before starting our challenge, everyone has a difficulty in overcoming that challenge. In this lesson, we are going to see how a young seagull is struggling to have its first start to fly. Have you seen seagulls? Hope you have seen seagulls. This is a picture of seagulls. This lesson is about how a young seagull overcame its fear to fly for the first time. In this story, a young seagull is the main character. The other characters are his father, mother, two brothers, and his sister. The young seagull was standing alone on a ledge. What do you mean by ledge? Ledge means a shelf-like projection in the rock. His siblings, that is, his two brothers and his sister, they had already flown away. This particular young seagull was afraid to fly. He thought his wings would never support him. He was very much frightened. He could not fly due to his fear. Actually, his wings were larger than the wings of his siblings. Though the wings of his siblings were shorter than this particular seagull, they had the confidence in their parents, and with their support they started flying. But this one, out of fear, unable to fly. So he stood alone on the ledge, whereas his siblings enjoyed flying and reached the opposite cliff and marked at his cowardice. His parents had called him. They encouraged him, but he could not obey due to fear. But they scolded him and even threatening to let him starve unless he flew away. But he was very stubborn without flying because he was afraid to fly. He was in great fear without confidence and courage. He looked at his parents. They were teaching his siblings the art of flying, that is, how to fly, how to dive, and how to catch a fish. He saw one of his brothers catching a fish called herring. What do you mean by herring? Herring means silverfish. His parents were very happy and appreciated his brother. But the poor little seagull was very hungry. He hadn't eaten anything since last night. He searched for food. He saw a dried mackerel's tail and a dried pieces of eggshells from his nest. What do you mean by mackerel? It's a kind of tasty fish. Here you can see the pictures of the young seagull's nest and also the dried pieces of eggshells. Eating the eggshells from his nest was like eating part of himself, because once that egg was part of himself. Finally, he tried to seek the attention of his parents by standing on one leg. He closed his one eye, then the other, and pretended to be falling asleep. All these things he did to attract the attention of his parents, who were standing on the opposite cliff. But what happened? Did they notice this poor little one? His family ignored him and didn't give him any food. He started feeling hungry. Nobody paid any attention except the mother. The mother came with a tricky idea. The mother, by eating a fish, tried to tempt him. She came very close to him with the fish but didn't feed him. When he saw the fish, the very sight maddened him. He wanted to snatch the fish from his mother. He repeatedly sharpened his beak to snatch the fish. The mother tried to tempt him. She came very close to him with the fish but didn't feed him. So he jumped from the cliff to snatch the fish. While attempting to snatch the fish from his mother, he jumped from the ledge and found himself flying in the open space. He fell down from the cliff in a loud scream. He thought he was going to die. His heart started beating out of fear. He thought he would drown in the seawater and would die. Initially he was afraid, but soon he overcame his fear. He found his wings spreading out and the wind rushing against his wings. He began to fly. He uttered a joyous scream and flapped them again. Now he was near the sea. His parents and siblings landed on the green sea in front of him and beckoned him shrilly. When the young seagull landed on the green sea filled with fright, he tried to rise but couldn't rise. Soon his belly touched the water and he began to float. And around him, his family was screaming, praising him, and offering him scraps of dark fish. Finally, he successfully made his first attempt to fly. Thank you. Dear students, hope you enjoyed this story. Thank you.